Hello, welcome. I'm Candy Cane Cooper, International Animal Communicator, and this is my live blog, Vblog, number 3. Appreciate you all joining me here today. Once again, I've got a whole bunch of questions lined up that you sent in for me, and don't forget to chime in live so I can answer your questions as we go along. Hi, Nevi. First, I want to start out with a shout out from, let's see, I'm going here live right now. Perfect, I can see your questions. Hi, Cindy. We have a shout out. Lucy from Santa Barbara wants me to say hello to her niece, Fiona, her young niece who has 4 horses and a dog. And I also want to send my love out today to Jackie in the Netherlands. I helped escort her precious little baby Truffles across the Rainbow Bridge this week. And also to Maya in Israel, as I also helped her beautiful boy Wonka across the Rainbow Bridge just a few days ago. Also, one last shout out to Nora in Arizona. Hi, Susan. Congratulations on her breakthrough with her amazing horse Chance. She's trying to teach him how to dance, and from watching my videos and practicing, she was doing the old-fashioned, a lot of you horse people know. Hi, Donna. First you have to use pressure here, and then you've got to use pressure there, and then you have to move the bridle around, da-da-da-da-da, and then you got to pray. Well, none of that was working. So, long story short, she decided to just use her mind, talk to Chance about what she wanted to do, visualization, the whole routine. Then she stood in front of him, did the moves, and guess what? He followed in step like he was just part of the chorus line. So I really can't wait to see him do the whole routine. Nora, you have to send a video, all right? And we can all cheer you and Chance on. So congratulations again on your big breakthrough. He's an amazing, smart horse, and I had no doubt that he would definitely pick up your choreography. All right, so let's go on to our next question here. This is also from Nora. She says, do animals hold grudges? Hi, Aura. Hi, Donna. Yes, they do. And I know I talked about this a little bit last week with the unconditional love thing being really a total false statement. Here's a little quick story. Does not have a happy ending though. A client called me up from Santa Barbara to talk to her dog that had crossed over. She had a lot of guilt, and I wasn't quite sure what it was about till we got into the session. Apparently, she had been asked to do a quick little short meeting at the office, so she thought she would just take her dog with her. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Mole Queen. And leave him in the car for a little bit. I mean, it's kind of mild temperature in Santa Barbara, about 70 degrees. Well, long story short, she was in her office about an hour. When she came out, she found her dog in utter distress, foaming at the mouth, laying in the back of the car, unresponsive. So she drove as fast as she could to the vet. They tried to resuscitate him. No luck. Obviously, he died from heat stroke. Hi, Ricardo. Hi, Maura. And she just couldn't deal with it. And in her mind, she told me, I think it was just coincidence. Something else happened that day in the car. It wasn't because he was locked in it. So we decided to have a conversation with him. And at first, he didn't even want to come speak to her. He would only speak to me. And I have to say, I was a little surprised. It's the first time I've ever had that happen to me. Hi, Divya. Nice to see you here with us today. Hi, Vanessa. And I didn't know what to do except tell her the truth. And he explained to me that what had happened. And when I read the animals on the other side, they let me feel what happened as they cross over, for better or for worse. And it was not very pleasant to feel suffocated. I have almost drowned a couple times in my life by other people's hands in swimming pools, and kind of felt like that. It was horrible, and so yes, he really refused to talk to her. She begged him for forgiveness, and no dice. And he asked me to tell her, please don't ever contact him again. He's very happy on the other side that she was not a very good caretaker, and that buzz off. So I told her, I have to respect his wishes. Thank you very much, but let's not contact him again. So yes, they hold grudges. They don't forget. They remember the good, the bad, and the ugly always. All right. Hi, Anita. Nice to see you here. And Roger, Nora, I just answered your questions for you, okay? Moving on to our next question. And if you guys have anything you want me to discuss right now in real time, just go ahead and type it on. I'm watching on my big screen as well, all right? Joanna Lynn in California wants to know, is it different or unusual when I talk to a lost or a runaway animal? Yes, it's very, very different. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Dutch. Because they're in survival mode, sometimes it's hard to get a full contact with them, the full focus. I am contacting them, but I can't get their complete focus because they're literally just trying to survive. I do a lot of runaways, and for those of you that are following my feed the last week, we have located Pikey last night, and we have his exact location. We found him, and we're just trying to get him into the trap right now. And so here's a perfect example. Eric, hi, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Love to the dogs for me. The first day I worked with him, he gave us a few clues, not that great, but he was really concerned with just hiding and keeping safe. Talk with him again. Oh my, yesterday morning he gave us everything in detail. It was unbelievable, like a little, detective, and was able to bring his owner to him last night. So, yes, it is very, very difficult and different, but also for me personally, because I'm dealing with the owners. Hi, Rachel. And they're in a high stress mindset, sometimes a little bit hysterical, which is okay, I understand, but they need to be calm to help me stay calm so we can keep the channels wide open when we're trying to get the best information from their lost animal as possible. Okay, so let's move on. I'm crossing off my questions here. Let's see, what do we got here? Monique in Michigan says, wants to know, how does my remote viewing or telepathy work in my sessions? Oh, okay. Hi, Nick. That's a complicated question. I'm going to say, not to plug my new book, but read my book that's coming out. I explain everything in full detail in there about how it works. So I'm just going to say, if you want to look at something in the meantime, it's pretty fascinating. Let me recommend a book. Maybe some of you have read it, Men Who Stare at Goats by John Ronson, R-O-N-S-O-N. And it'll give you some idea on the paranormal phenomenon of telepathic connection and remote viewing that the military uses. Okay? Oh, yes. Hi, Maura. I know she's talking about her cat, Carlos, that some of you might have been following a few weeks ago that we got back. He was, I think, on the run for 5 weeks. And she never gave up hope, his human caretaker. Hi, Joey. And we got him back. Somewhere we're having to trap little Pikey the same way we did with Carlos, because he won't come. And that's another example when the animals, I know I'm crossing back over to the other question, but when the animals are in survival mode, you can be right there calling them, but they may not come out to you or not even hear your voice because they're so preoccupied in their survival mode. Okay? All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah. Sexy Carlos. Yes, he is sexy. He's got a girlfriend, little Princess Ruru. We did a match here with a couple of my clients. Okay, my next question is, let's see, do we have time to get into that one? Okay, let's see. Gina in Michigan wants to know, have I ever decalcified my pineal gland? Okay, and that was a very interesting question because I had never really thought about that. And some of you know what that is, or some of you consider it your third eye, which is right here. It's a very small gland. So I was intrigued by her question, so I did some research online, and there are many different ways to decalcify your pineal gland. I was like, really? Wow. So there's a lot of supplements you can buy, certain kind of foods. Hi, Rob. Nice to have you with us today. And on and on and on and on. Seems like there was, let's just say, a lot of products that you can buy to help you do this. Hi, Mary. So after looking at the whole process and thinking about it, I'll just share this with you. I feel that in my own way, I've done this. Hi, Mark, without even trying, because of course I'm trying to, enhance my psychic abilities, which is related to the pineal gland. Hi, Trisha. So what I've done is, again, this is just my lifestyle. Of course, being vegan. I'm always eating very good food. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Erin. Nice to see you. Hey, Larry. So good food is one of the things that they recommend. I also drink lots of green tea every day. Like in the morning when I'm doing my sessions, I get up very early. I drink tea all morning long until lunchtime. I'm addicted to it. Yeah, maybe I'm addicted to a little bit of that caffeine, but I'm addicted to it. Lastly, well, no, not lastly, I meditate twice a day. Hi, Jerry. In the morning and at night. So when I first wake up, to start my day fresh with a clean slate, my mind is nice and focused and open. And then also at night, before I go to sleep, I clear my mind from my day, of course. And then I immediately can go to sleep. I can go to sleep anywhere at any time once I relax. Hi, Jerry. Hi, John. Then lastly, I wanted to say that I think one of my life-saving go-tos is my acupuncture. I love my acupuncture. Michelle, hi, sweetheart. I started originally taking it for my migraine headaches, not to get into my personal world here because we want to stick to the animals, but I had suffered with migraines for almost my whole life, 45 years, and then I found an amazing acupuncturist who cured me in about 3 months, and so I go religiously all the time, but the part that I love the most is I always ask for the needle right here. And some of you might have seen me posting pictures of it. I'm like, this is how I relax on a Saturday morning with needles all over my face and my body, but especially in my third eye. And after every session, I have to say, I feel completely centered and relaxed and grounded. All the things that we strive for every day. When I finish each session, even though I'm usually reading from one to the next, to the next, to the next, most of you know that I do a little bit of light guided imagery, little light induction sort of hypnosis thing. And that's also for my benefit because it helps me to relax and shift gears when I go from one client to the next. So I'm not just pound, 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 pound with all this energy. Okay, so that completes my thoughts on clarifying your pineal gland. All right, so let's look at our next question here. Let's see, I see everybody's here with me. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Shannon. Wow. My friends from Australia, Joey. Hello. It's great to see everybody here. Hi, Leonard. Nice to have you watching. So let's see, my next question here is from, back here. This was from Susan in New Jersey. And also it was tied to, it was two questions in one. And also from Alex J in Canada. Susan was asking me about reincarnation, and also Alex is asking me, can the animals become our spirit guides, and do I have any amazing stories? Oh, well, yes, I do have amazing stories, but I'm gonna share with you, hi Stuart, a very personal story of mine about this. Maybe, I'm gonna say over about 15 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. I live in an area in the San Fernando Valley where there's a lot of Native American territories, Chumash Indians. Timo, hi! Nice to have you here today. So they lived in this area for many, many years, and they still hold a lot of ceremony in this area called Lake Manor. And I lived right behind this mountain range, the Santa Susana Mountains, or some of you might know it as Stony Peak. So long story short, one night, just sleeping as usual, and I have this vision of this horse coming to talk to me. I don't know this horse. It's a paint horse, and those of you who aren't familiar with what that is, it's like a splotched two-color horse. Hi, Shirley. It was brown and white, and a lot of Native Americans always rode these beautiful paint horses, brown and white, black and white. And he said to me that there was a special message. Kind of sounds like a movie. I was like, wait, okay. Special message for me that I would receive at some point. So just to be looking for him and be aware that there was something out there waiting for me. So, okay, I have a lot of different animals coming to me in the night when I'm sleeping or astral traveling, whatever you want to call it, in my other zone. I forgot about it. And I get a call probably, maybe I'm going to say like a year later, from a client that needed me to come speak with her horse. And there's a lot of boarding stables in this area because it's horse country. It's kind of the last of the horse country in the valley here. They used to film Mr. Ed here, Zorro, all the westerns, High Chaparral, everything is out here in Chatsworth. And this barn is located right below Stony Point, where this is Chumash Indian territory. Hi, Elise. So I do my session, everything goes well, and I said, I don't know, I just had this feeling I'm going to walk around the ranch. Caitlin, hi, honey, glad you're here. And I thought I'm just going to walk around the ranch and see the other horses while I'm here, see what's happening. And so I'm pulled all the way to the back of the ranch. And what do I see in the last stall? This brown and white paint horse, the same one that I saw in my vision. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's here, it's here. So I walk over to him and said, hello, I'm here. And he starts talking to me, and he tells me that he used to be a Chumash chief that lived up in the hills above. Hi, Glenna. And I was like, whoa, wait, what? And he said, yeah. And now I'm in this presence as a horse. And I'm here to talk to you today. So I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, am I still dreaming? Am I, did someone hypnotize me and I don't know it? Did I hit my head? What's going on here? And he proceeds to tell me about what I do and how important my work is, and that I need to never deviate, to always be respectful of Mother Nature, the animals, and to never stop doing what I'm doing, no matter what. I don't think I was questioning my work at that time, but it is a little strange what I do, and it is a little crazy that, this is my career. Hi, Tom. It takes a lot to tell people you hear animals talk, and you talk to them every day. Well, needless to say, my mind was completely blown. We had other few personal exchanges, which I'll keep to myself, but I told you the most important part about my work, and we said goodbye, and I walked away, and I walked back to where my client was, and I asked her, I said, hey, I have a question for you. How long is that beautiful, he was a big, huge stallion, beautiful paint stallion. How long has he been at your barn, and like who owns him, or who takes care of him, or where did he come from? And she said, what are you talking about? And I said, I just saw him in the back there. And she said, I'll show you. And I'm like, what? Hi, Emily. We walk back to where I had just come from, and you know the answer. The stall was empty. There was no horse there. So, my point being, I don't know if he was reincarnated, if it was a vision. Hi, Maurice. Definitely a message from the other side, because I had a pre-invitation to look for this horse. And I'm going to say that is my personal story, closest that I can share with you about reincarnation. I do have a personal spirit guide that I use in my session. She's a beautiful white wolf named Kia, and some of you know her because she's worked with you in your sessions. And I have seen her from time to time at the ranch. She has appeared in a few pictures. So validation, because pictures are always good proof that you're not, again, just seeing things that aren't really there. So that is my answer to both of your questions about reincarnation and spirit guides. But the animals do come back and visit all the time. That is for sure. So if you have lost your animal, I can guarantee you, yes, isn't that crazy, Glenna? I know, it still blows my mind when I tell the story, that they will be back visiting you and watching you. So on that beautiful note, I'm going to end my video blog today, and I want to say thank you for coming and joining me. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday while we're all, in our homes, to give you a little bit of entertainment and get to know me better. And I just love this interaction. I so look forward to it. And please be sure to send me your questions ahead of time. It's not a problem. Put it on my Facebook page, text me, email me, whatever you want. I'll try to answer everybody's questions. Hi, Lindsay. And you're welcome, Eric. And if I don't get to your questions this week, we'll roll them over and I'll get to them next week, all right? So until then, I just want to say, remember to always speak to your animals with your mind, not your mouth. And please stay safe for all of us. Okay, until next week, peace and love. Bye-bye.